Merry Christmas! It's Bec and Deb here.
Happy Christmas Day! Hope you're having a brilliant
We
Christmas
hope you're having a
day.
fabulous time. We because it's Christmas Day and we're not living today, we thought we'd just do a very short little hello video from us.
Just
very,
a snippet.
very short
So
version.
you don't miss us and forget about us.
Yeah. So we're going to do a very quick version of what we would normally do on our live. But before we start that, we just wanted to say, if you're not already on our newsletter, sign up before the beginning of the new year, because 2020 is going to be
We've got
epic.
lots of exciting things to come.
We've got a new format on the newsletter, so it's going to be fantastic. So yeah, join in with that and then you'll get to see everything we're up to in the new year. So, a minute each on our living and learning.
Oh,
Let's go.
Gosh. I thought you were going first.
Oh, I'll go first. So, what we've been living and learning in the last few days is this. I have really seen, we were having a conversation with someone the other day, and I really kind of saw that place that we go to where our intellect tries to get this understanding. It tries to, you know, like we do with when we do maths equations or simple sums or whatever it might be, our intellect tries to get this. It tries to grab hold of it and know what we're talking about. And we hear a lot of people say to us, I don't quite get what you mean by, and then they give us an example, and in that example I hear them getting it. I hear that in their heart they know what we're pointing to. And we had a very beautiful conversation with someone the other day where that exact thing happened. They kind of said, this is what's going on for me. And then we kind of talked a little bit about thought and stories. And then they were like, I don't really get what you mean by that. So then I pointed out to them in what they were sharing, actually where they did know what I was on about. Maybe not up here, maybe not intellectually, but their heart knew. They'd heard something in what we'd been sharing, because the story they had shared was vastly different to how they'd been maybe a year ago in a similar scenario. So very much what I've been seeing again recently is how our intellect likes to have something to grab onto, and yet we can often hear in our hearts something that's true for us, even if our intellect can't kind of grasp it.
Yeah, and kind of carrying on from that, really, for me, I see myself, the minute I think that I have got something, it's a sure sign that I haven't. Because have you ever noticed how other people are a great mirror for you? We see in other people things that we need to see in ourselves. And very often when I have watched people and had conversations with people, exactly like Bec saying, you know, the people that are saying to me, yeah, I get this, I get the principles, I hear what you're saying, yeah, I can see this. Then I watch their behaviour and I notice that their behaviour tells a different story. They're not walking their talk almost, maybe. And I also see those people that come to us and go, no, I haven't heard anything. I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean. The other day, you know, I didn't shout at my daughter, or I didn't do this, or I was kinder to my friend, but I just don't get what it is you're talking about. And I notice that their behaviour tells a different story. So it is one of those things. Our intellect, absolutely, our heads can't grasp this. And the minute, for me, the reminder is, my living and learning is the minute that I think, the minute my intellect is saying to me, oh yeah, I understand this, I get this, I know what it's on about, I'm very suspicious. And I kind of go, oh yeah, there it is, stepping in again, pretending, you know, kind of keeping me. So I like it when people are confused, and I am okay with my own confusion about exactly what this is, because it is a slippery fish that we absolutely can't nail down. So if you're there kind of thinking, oh, I don't really, I like it, I get into a good feeling sometimes, and sometimes I notice my behaviour's a bit different, but I'm really not sure I know what Bec and Deb speak about. Brilliant. Merry Christmas. You've got it.
Brilliant. So, question for this week then, quick fire round question this week. We decided to answer the question, am I all right even here? And you might have heard us ask this question because it was actually something that came particularly for Deb in the midst of looking in this kind of direction and starting to see that okayness about herself, and just being playful really, and starting to see, you know, in any moment, whatever's happening, am I okay even here? And it can be very much Christmas time and this time of year. There's can appear to be a lot of pressure on us to have things in a certain way and that sort of thing. And so we're going to talk a little bit about being okay even here on Christmas Day, whatever's going on
being
for
strangled
you.
with tinsel.
Yeah, when your tinsel's tickling your neck or whatever it might be, you know, because everybody, I guess, has a completely different Christmas to maybe what we do in our family, and we can get quite lost sometimes in those kinds of stories. So yeah, very much for me, that am I okay even here is really about looking in, exactly like I was just saying in my living and learning, looking into my heart and seeing, you know, beyond the intellect of what other people should or shouldn't be doing and whether I got the right presents or whether, you know, the food was right or those kinds of things. In this moment, right here, right now, am I okay even here? And I can really genuinely find a yes in that. Can you?
Yeah, that's absolutely. And that was, as Bec said, that was a question that occurred to me when I started looking in this direction. The way that I would play around with this, as soon as I saw my head going off on one, you know, somebody's done something that they shouldn't, or, you know, it shouldn't be raining today, or the world shouldn't feel like this, and I shouldn't be on my own at Christmas, and Christmas is a very stressy time of year. Literally anything that your head is saying to you. To me, it's an invitation. Am I okay even here? Is an invitation to actually question that and look at it. Because what I've noticed when my head goes off on one is it just looks real and true to me, and what I try to do then is go out here and change something because my head is suggesting that I'm not okay. So I take that as a given and then go from a place of, if I'm not all right, what might I have to do? And then I start to look for what I have to do. And the question, am I okay even here, is kind of bringing that back and saying, yeah, I know my head is saying this is a stressful time of year, you know, I didn't get the present that I wanted, I'm on my own and I shouldn't be, everyone else is in a couple and I'm not, or whatever it is. Whatever it is for you that your head does. And this is just an invitation that I have found incredibly helpful, to just get quiet for a minute and kind of look at that. Whatever it is your head is saying to you is wrong, actually kind of looking at that and reaching into this, you know, deeper truth of who you are, your heart, whatever makes sense to you to that, and seeing, in spite of, maybe you are on your own, maybe you were stressed out over Christmas, maybe you didn't get the right present, maybe that thing does appear to have happened and been real and true, but are you okay anyway? And like Bec says, when we go down into our hearts and start to look at that, we might get an answer that surprises us, and it's always worth looking. So
yeah, and a quick whistle stop tour on our topic for this week's video. We stuck with the Christmas theme, and we went with our topic, it has to be perfect. Because again, I can see so many places for so many people around Christmas where we build up a story of what Christmas should look like, and then it has to be perfect. And what really got me curious right back at the beginning of this conversation was when I started to notice that everybody had a different version of what perfect is. And so that kind of, for me, really invited the question, well, what's going on here then? If I've got it set up that Christmas has to be perfect, and perfect to me looks like this, but for someone else it looks totally different, what's really happening there? And that kind of, for me, I then started to explore this, what we kind of talk about as separate realities, and how easy it is to get so lost and frustrated when someone has a different reality to you. And actually, when we come back and see that no reality is wrong, it's just the reality that we're having in that moment, it just makes everything so much lighter. And then whatever your version or someone else's version of perfect might be, actually it can be perfect to have those separate realities. There's a perfection even there.
Yeah, it amazes me how good I am at setting myself up, you know, setting a bar for myself maybe, you know, and Christmas Day with the family around and my children being here and, you know, spending time together, that's going to be a great day. And I noticed a couple of weeks ago, my son and his girlfriend came round on Sunday, and it was kind of a bit of a spontaneous thing, and I just did a Sunday roast. And all during the afternoon, he kept saying, saying, oh my gosh, Mum, great food. Oh, the roast potatoes were brilliant. Wow, the cheese sauce was really smooth. It was great. And there'd been no expectations. We were chatting and I was cooking. We were having a really nice conversation while I cooked the roast, and then we just sat round together and ate it, and there was no bar set, there was no expectations, nothing had got to be a certain way. And then I noticed, we get to Christmas and it's like, right, we're going to be together and the roast's going to be perfect, and da 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 da. I start to have something riding on it. I start to put me being okay on this meal turning out right, this day being right, the presents, whatever it is, all these things we put on ourselves. And it's nice to just take a breath and just remember, do you know what? Whatever is going on, just see the perfection in what is going on. See from one of our other YouTube's lives, see the extraordinary in this very ordinary day. That we have, take away those things that we've put on it, that it needs to be special, different, perfect, and just allow the day to unfold and be what it is.
So that was a little whistle-stop tour for Christmas Day of our YouTube Live. We will be back officially live on the 8th of January, so hopefully join us then, and feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you get notified about that.
We also will be doing another video like this, because you might have guessed we're not actually doing this on Christmas Day. We're probably... Oh, cat out of the bag moment.
We'll be doing another one for New Year's Day.
We will be doing another one of these videos for New Year's Day too. So you'll catch us on New Year's Day. But yes, we'll be back live on the 8th of January.
Hope you have a good Christmas.
Have a really, really, really great Christmas, and we will see you soon. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.